coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4.
This one fielded at the 5.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try the right side with Harris.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Play action. It's Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is taken at the 18. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice game for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
The Steelers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Harris running straight ahead and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That goes for a gain of 31. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Looking to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Colin Johnson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw again.
Here's Freiermuth again.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point put through by Boswell.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll set up a throw.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Taking on the midfield logo. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. Back to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Fryermuth
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer. Looking for Austin, intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nope.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. And this one almost intercepted.
Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught at the 1. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Second and 9 now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And now here's another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They're going to look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Now back to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Slot man moves right. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They hand this off to Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They'll try to run with Harris. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's going to air one out.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.